Linda Blair, we know her as the little girl who was possessed by the devil in The Exorcist. She never did a movie as well respected by the critics as that one, but in the 1980s she did do a number of very trashy exploitation films, and I respect that. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at The Savage Streets from 1984. This is a well-loved grindhouse revenge tale that comes to us from the director of Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, which is one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies. I know a lot of people have issues with that entry in the series, and maybe one day I'll make a video explaining why they are wrong, but for now, just take my word for it, they are wrong. Anyway, Savage Streets. This is an R-word revenge story, and all of these R-word revenge stories have basically the same plot, so this will be a little more spoilery than normal. Also, I don't want to keep saying R-word because there are a few R-words I'm not supposed to say anymore, so I'm going to call this one Grape Soda. This is a grape soda revenge film. Yeah, that works. Let's meet our characters. Walking and driving through the opening credits are the two gangs the film will revolve around. There's the girl gang, led by Brenda, that's Linda Blair, and the boy gang, led by sadistic sociopath Jake. And we can already tell that these people are beautiful. You youngins might think this is an exaggeration of 80s style, but trust me, this is actually a subdued version of 80s style, and I'm pretty thankful for that. Well, admittedly, I do find it kind of annoying when people wear dark glasses at night, but in Linda Blair's case, I don't think I would be looking at her glasses. By the end of the credits, our two gangs meet. The boys nearly run over Heather. That's a very young Linnea Quigley, by the way. Here, she plays Brenda's deaf sister. And even though nearly hitting her little sister was an accident, Brenda reacts quite aggressively. But it turns out those boys are pretty aggressive themselves. We see them try to collect some money from one of their dealers, and when he doesn't have it, they go looking for it in his girlfriend's tube top. It wasn't there either. Later in the night, our girls spot those bad boys again and decide to play a little prank on them. This might look like Grand Theft Auto to you, but it's just a prank, bro. And I'm sure those boys will forgive them for trashing their car. They seem like such reasonable sorts. In school the next day, yes, these are high school students, shower scene. No, I can't show you any of that. Not that I would anyway. Didn't you hear me? I said these are high school students. What are you thinking? Thinking about fun, that's what. During this shower scene that I can't show you, one of the girls in Brenda's gang is talking about her upcoming wedding. Wedding? I thought they were in high school. Doesn't matter. Shower scene! In another part of the movie, deaf Heather is waiting for Brenda when one of the bad boys comes in. They talk and flirt, and he starts getting a little aggressive, and then the other bad boys come in. Uh-oh, this isn't looking good. Where's Big Sis? Well, she's being held up by a fight in the shower. A shower fight scene. Awesome. You can't see it. The bad boys drag Heather into the bathroom and cut her clothes off. One of the boys pulls out some lipstick and draws some circles around her upstairs lady bits. And I wonder if Night of the Demons got their Linnea Quigley lipstick scene from this movie. Probably. But I can't show you that scene either. You'll just have to take my word for it. So many things I can't show you today. So I'll just say the boys take turns enjoying their grape soda with Heather. They eventually hear some voices, and the leader gives Heather a boot to the head, which puts her in the hospital with a coma. That evening, Brenda and the girls hit the club, and she explains that the school and the cops, they're not going to do anything, and we know what that means. Vigilante justice, baby! Unfortunately, she doesn't know who attacked her sister. The bad boys show up at the club and start harassing the women, including harassing one of the members of Brenda's girl gang. The one who's about to get married. But she manages to escape, and in the process, she slices the face of the leader. I'm sure he'll let that slide. I mean, he was so forgiving with the car prank earlier. A little sliced up face is nothing to get ruffled feathers about.
God damn it, do it!
Or maybe it is. Man, these guys are just cartoonishly evil. They enjoyed grape soda with a deaf girl, and then they toss a woman over a bridge who is a few weeks away from getting married. Are you ready to see some revenge yet? Well, good news, because Vince spills the beans and Brenda overhears him. Now she knows who attacked her sister. Vigilante justice, here we come! But first, Brenda has to take a bath and slip into something less comfortable. And then it's time to take out the trash. But that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. That pretty much is the entire plot of the movie. Let's talk some highlights. This is a good example of a crowd-pleasing exploitation film. There's a way to watch these movies, and I think some people don't quite get how to do that, and that's why they don't like them. They see a movie like this with its cartoony characters and weird bombastic dialogue and pointless nudity and sick violence, and they think, what is this thing? Well, I'll tell you what this thing is. This thing is fun. All of those things are fun. This isn't trying to be a great serious movie. This is trying to be a fun movie, and it succeeds. As long as you allow yourself to have fun. When you laugh at the cheesy dialogue, when you're shocked by the violence, when you cheer as the bad boys die bloody, you're watching it the right way. And of course, none of this would be possible without good performances, and this movie has plenty of that too. Everything here is played straight, and that's exactly how it needed to be. There's no winking from the cast. They realize that the fun is heightened by the serious performances, and those are the performances they turn in. But, aside from these heady considerations, did I tell you that the people in this movie are beautiful and spend a fair bit of time in it naked? Well, they are, and they do, and this movie is awesome. But I wouldn't say it's perfect. Like some bad boys enjoying some grape soda, it has some shortcomings. Well, the only real problem I have with this movie is the structure. The grape soda scene happens around the 30-minute mark. The revenge doesn't get started until around the 60-minute mark, which means there's 40 minutes in the middle where the story doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, Brenda didn't know who it was who attacked her sister, so the story really can't go anywhere. I mean, in this middle section, we do get the bride-to-be being thrown over the bridge, and that's kind of fun, but, that doesn't really push the plot forward. In fact, Brenda doesn't even know about this until after she starts her revenge. I think this movie would have benefited from moving things around a little bit. The pranks lead to the grape soda, and then, Brenda could have learned about this immediately, and then she starts her revenge. The bad boys would then do revenge and take out the bride-to-be, and then Brenda could have wiped out the rest of the boys. Structurally, this would have been a more satisfying watch. As it is now, that middle section feels a little too meandering. But still, it's a fan favorite for a reason. I definitely recommend checking it out, even if you don't normally like grape soda.